to my channel. Today we are doing Mommy Mondays. So for those of you that don't know, my husband and I are expecting our very first child. We are super excited, and I've just been getting a lot of questions about my pregnancy. So I thought I'd maybe start a pregnancy vlog type series. I'm pretty far along in my pregnancy, so I'm not going to be doing a weekly thing. But if you guys have any other questions than the ones that I'm going to answer in this video, then I will continue to make videos and answer any questions that you guys might have. When I first knew that I was pregnant, pregnancy vlogs helped me a lot to kind of anticipate. And you know, being a first-time mom, I didn't really know what to expect, and I still really don't know what to expect, but watching other pregnancy vlogs really helped me. So hopefully, if you're watching this and you are a first-time mom, I can hopefully help you just like all these other people helped me. If you notice that I'm out of breath, it's because I am, because my lungs are so compressed right now. That it's hard for me to sometimes catch my breath, but I am trucking along and I am doing just fine. One of the people that actually helped me a lot was my friend Rachel. I started to watch her pregnancy vlogs. I will link her information down below. It's her YouTube name is Glow of Grace, and she just had her amazing little girl in December. Who looks absolutely adorable in the pajamas that I got her, by the way. She did pregnancy vlogs every week or bi-weekly. It was every week, and then at some point it went bi-weekly. And she helped me a lot, actually, even though I was a few months behind her, or I am a few months behind her. She helped me kind of anticipate what might or might not be happening to my body in the next coming weeks. So anyway, if you're interested, check her out. She's super cute and you'll love her just as much as I do. So the first question that I'm going to answer is, how did we find out? I had a feeling about a week after conception. At that time, we didn't know that we had conceived, obviously, but when they track it back and they kind of give you the estimated time of conception, it was a week after that I started to feel like each one of my breasts weighed 500 pounds, and they were both very sore. So I never really had that kind of breast tenderness or breast soreness during a period. Here's more information about me than you probably want to know. But I was on birth control pills for so long that I never got a period. I think the last real period that I got was in 2006. And before you tell me that something is wrong with me, I went to 3 different doctors, and 3 different doctors told me the same thing. And it was that I had been on so much birth control for so long that the uterine lining in my body was so thin, there was nothing to shed every month. So that's why I didn't get a period. That was just it, obviously. I already had an appointment scheduled with my gynecologist the next week, or 2 weeks after that, or something like that. And so whatever, I was just gonna go to the appointment, which I did. And when I got there, I told her, I think I might be pregnant, so if it's okay, I'd like to take a test. So I did the pee on a stick thing. They looked at it, they said, no, you're not pregnant. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Although I had a feeling that it was wrong, because I was like, well, I just feel weird. I just feel different. It wasn't weird. I just felt different. Then a friend of mine actually was working there at the time at the office, and she comes in and she's like, I think we're going to have to retest her because there's a faint line on the pregnancy test. And okay, fine. So I retook the test, and it was the same thing, a faint line. And they compared it to someone else's test that was completely negative, and it was obviously negative. So to see mine next to it, I was like, okay, so let's take a blood test. So they took a blood test. Now that came back 2 days later, but by the second day, I just wanted to know. I just wanted to know because I don't like waiting for things like that. I want to know, am I pregnant? Am I not pregnant? Period. And this was a new experience for me because I was married before and had zero intention of having children. And it wasn't until I met and married my husband that I knew that that's what I wanted. So it was exciting. So 2 days later that morning, we had been trying, so we had pregnancy tests in the house. So I said, okay, I'm just gonna take the pregnancy test. So I took it, and within like 0.1 second, the 2 lines popped up, meaning that I was pregnant. So I looked at it before I even finished peeing, I think. I was like, okay, so I'm pregnant. My husband and I own a business together, so I went into the office that day and I didn't tell him. He was still asking. He was asking if I had heard from the doctor, and I said, no, not yet, which wasn't a lie. I still hadn't heard from my doctor until the middle of the day. She's a good friend of mine, so she sent me a text and said that my test came back and I'm pregnant. And then I came home and I set up a surprise for my husband to tell him that we were pregnant. So when he came in, he saw it. He was very excited, literally jumping up and down. I think he was a little bit more excited than I was because I was a little freaked out. Maybe it was surreal. I had never experienced this before, obviously. So I was a little in like, not denial. You know what I'm saying. I was like, I'm pregnant. So anyway, he was really excited and we celebrated that night, and that is how we found out. So my first trimester, I didn't get morning sickness, but I did get nauseous pretty much from the time I woke up to the time I went to sleep between weeks 4 and 10. After the 10th week, I was fine. It was like a switch went off and I was like, oh, okay. But I have a hard time eating in general because I have an autoimmune disorder. I have celiacs, so I can't eat saltine crackers, which is something that I gravitate towards when I'm nauseous, or I would want before I was diagnosed. That's what I would eat is a saltine cracker, the whole thing, not a saltine cracker, the whole sleeve of saltine crackers. I had a hard time finding things to eat during those weeks. So I have loaded up on bananas. I definitely won't have a potassium deficiency. I've loaded up on fruits and more fruit. I had to find gluten-free crackers, which I have a few that are kind of my favorite. They're still cardboardy, they're not saltine crackers, but they do the trick. And because I've had such difficulty eating, I've been really picky. I've usually been a picky eater anyways, but I've been much pickier now being pregnant and trying to stay healthy and continuing to eat the way that I was eating, so mainly just protein, vegetables, and fruit. Animal protein has turned me off completely. I can't even finish the sentence that I wanted to finish because it's repulsive to me right now, and I've heard that in pregnancy women get like that, so I don't think I'm alone. Am I? In my first trimester, besides being nauseous from morning to night, I literally sometimes had to have something next to my bed at night so that when I would wake up in the morning, so that I wouldn't get nauseous during the day, so that I wouldn't get nauseous in the morning, I would have crackers on my nightstand so that I can just wake up and eat a cracker. So there's a tip for you. If you're having morning sickness and it's lasting all day and you find yourself really nauseous when you wake up in the morning, try keeping a snack on your nightstand so that you can have in the morning. That way you can actually get up and function and do the things that you need to do. I am very lucky that I don't have a 9-to-5 job and that I'm able to kind of make my own schedule and rest when I need to rest, which I took advantage of in the first trimester because I was out, like I was pretty much out of commission during the day. I'm usually in my pajamas by 8 or 9 anyways, but by 8 o'clock I'd be passed out on the couch or wanting to go to bed. That was during the first trimester. After the second trimester, that switch turned off and I was back to kind of normal and my normal routine and my normal energy levels. I never threw up though, so that was good. Also in the first trimester, I refused to buy any bigger clothing or maternity clothing because, first of all, maternity clothes are expensive. For a t-shirt, it was like 40 bucks or something. I walked into Motherhood Maternity at one point and I was like, I gotta go. And I left because I refused to pay $30 or $40 for a t-shirt that is just maternity, that had like a baby on it or something, I don't even know. What was my lifesaver was called the belly band. And it's just this like band that goes around your belly, but you can still wear your jeans. I was still able to wear my regular jeans. Once I started to feel like I was bulking out a little bit, I would leave them unbuttoned and unzipped, but then this belly band goes over that so that it keeps them in place so that your pants don't fall down. You're still able to wear your pre-pregnancy jeans, so you don't have to spend the money that you don't really want to spend on maternity jeans. However, once I did start to get into maternity jeans, which are the only, maternity jeans and maternity leggings are the only two things that I actually purchased that were maternity, or that I have purchased thus far because I still have a few weeks to go. And I got them from Pink Blush Maternity. I'm going to leave that link down below. They're always sending you coupons if you sign up for their email. They send you coupons. There are discount codes that you can find online. And they have really cute clothes. Their jeans are awesome. And I didn't think that they were that big of a deal before I ordered them, but I was like, I'm gonna have to need maternity jeans at some point. So I ordered them from Pink Blush Maternity, and when they came and I tried them on, it was like the heavens had opened and the angels were singing, because I had never known comfort like these jeans. They were comfortable. I didn't feel hugged. I was still able to wear my regular shirts, and I could still look cute and not like a cow. I can't say enough good things about Pink Blush Maternity, so hopefully they're watching. This is not a sponsored video, although I'm open to it if they're watching. Just saying. There also came a point where I started to get fuller quicker by like the second or third or fourth bite into my meal. I was literally full. I felt very ravenous and like I couldn't get food in my mouth quick enough, but as soon as I put food in my mouth, I'm like, oh, not that I don't feel good, but I'm really full. And then I realized that all of my organs were compressed. And it's really amazing to me to know that my body is creating this human and I'm not doing anything. Me, it's my body, just making person. I am going to leave a few links down below to some products that I've been loving. I am in no way an expert at this. I am learning as I go, just as most moms are. And once again, this video is not sponsored. I'm in no way affiliated with anybody that I link you to. These are just things that have honestly helped me. So that is it for the first video of my pregnancy series. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next time.